Welcome to King's Fall Explained Efficiently, a guide to the raid without the fluff. Totems. The Totems encounter is an endurance relay. Position 1 stands under the Annihilate's totem and kills adds to gain stacks of power. Position 2 kills a taken knight on the platform to drop a brand, steal a buff, and runs to the totem ready to steal the brand. Position 3 will be depositing the stacks of power by standing on the plate in the middle of the room, and then everybody rotates. Plate, knight, totem. Things to note in this encounter: if the brand holder's timer reaches 0, they'll die, so count down. After some time there will also be an unstoppable ogre that spawns in the middle of the room. Warpriest. Split into 3 groups of 2 and start the encounter by stepping on all 3 plates. Kill adds until 3 major knights spawn. Once killed, there'll be a prompt saying that the glyph sequence has started. Once started, middle plate steps on and reads which side is first. This is done by checking the back of the monolith and seeing if it's glowing. Middle will step off of the plate and the one core will step on until all 3 are activated. Upon the 3rd plate activation, they will gain a red brand, which players need to stand in to deal damage to the boss. This brand again has a timer where if it reaches 0, it will kill the holder, ending the damage phase. To extend damage, there will be taken knights that spawn on the 2 sides that the brand wasn't collected. Kill the knights to drop the brand, steal a buff, and as before, trade that brand between players. Once traded twice and the timer runs out, the Oculus will trigger, killing anybody which is not behind one of the monoliths. Players pre-choose one of these monoliths to stand behind so that it only consumes that monolith. A consumed monolith is still involved in the callouts but now shows as a red beam instead of glowing. Golgoroth. To start, shoot down the middle orb. After killing all adds, shoot a second orb on the roof to drop a ball of light to stand in and gain a damage buff against Golgoroth. 2 players trade his gaze between each other by shooting his back. Spin Golgoroth to face the players in the pool so they can shoot his chest. If the gazes fail to be passed or lost, the remaining unshot orbs get added to the Tablet of Ruin. Upon reaching 6, the encounter is wiped. Occasionally, players in the pool will be given a debuff called Unstable Light. This will kill any surrounding teammates when this hits 0, or can be used to deal massive damage to Golgoroth. Daughters. Assign a platform to each player and have 2 people floating. A knight will show which platform starts. Kill it and stand on the platform. One player will become torn between dimensions. This player will also need to go to the starting platform. While they are on the way, the person who jumped on the first platform should look for an objective marker above one of the other platforms and call it out. A second person will stand on that platform to spawn stairs up to the objective. This is repeated 2 more times, and on the last time the player will be granted the brand stealer buff. Steal the brand from one of the sisters and deal damage. If you can't kill a daughter in one phase, steal the brand from the sister that is shooting arc bolts, as this brand will protect you from the death song at the end of the timer. Oryx. The Oryx encounter uses the same platform mechanic from the previous encounter. While players are doing the platforms, ogres will spawn and need to be killed as soon as possible. When these ogres die, they will drop a blight. Do not step in these. Light Eater Knights will spawn in set locations which need to be killed before they get to the blights and remove them. On the 3rd collection, the player will get the brand stealer buff, which they steal the invincibility brand from the knight in the middle. As this happens, the other players will stand next to the blights where the ogres died. When a message in the bottom of the screen shows Oryx calls to the darkness, everybody jumps into the blights until their name is shown as detonating corrupted light, and then runs into the invincibility brand, otherwise they will die to the detonated light. This starts damage to Oryx. After damage ends, he will either spawn a knight on each plate and call mortars from the sky, either run around to survive or kill the knights to end the mortars early. Alternatively, he will start to pull players in one by one into an arena to fight an echo of Oryx, which needs to die, otherwise the encounter is wiped. Repeat until Oryx hits final stand. In final stand, 2 more ogres will spawn at the front next to L2 and R2 platforms. Oryx will move to the front and instantly call to the darkness. Either pop both of the blights at the same time or pop one by one as Oryx calls to the darkness again.